thanks for joining me. This is Jane, and we are going to be doing the beautiful booty blaster today. This is my special assistant, Thistle. She'll be around, I'm sure. And oh look, she's showing you her booty. That's so sweet of her. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to start in a cross-legged position. Go ahead and roll out your shoulders a few times, bringing them down and away from your ears. Just taking a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. One more time, nice big deep breath. Before we start, we're going to go ahead and warm up our hips and our thighs a little bit so that our booties don't burn too much. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, just go ahead and drop that right arm, lifting that left arm nice and tall from the spine. We're gonna inhale, and then on the exhale, we're just gonna go ahead and fold over. Now what I like to do is I like to take this right hand and push it into the mat, so my left hip is stuck onto the mat. You can't see my left hip. Excuse me, Thistle. Thank you. And we're gonna inhale, and then on the exhale, just drop down a little bit deeper. Beautiful, give me two more. Nice, big deep breaths. And then exhaling, dropping that hand down to your right knee and just kind of walking out. So again, thinking about what that left hip is doing. Go ahead and pull it down. And then walking out to the front. Inhaling nice and flat. Exhaling, dropping down into it. Good, you should feel a nice stretch throughout your whole bottom, all throughout your thighs and your hips. Beautiful, walking over to the other side. Nice long, lengthened arms. Beautiful, and then bring it up and over to the left. This is a nice, easy stretch that kind of just works our lower body, our hips, our thighs. And it's a nice way to just warm ourselves up real quickly so we can get straight into that booty blast. Go ahead and bring it up. We're gonna go ahead and bring it straight to our hands and knees. Now, something that I want you guys to think about with your hands and knees position is putting your hands right underneath your shoulders, and your knees are gonna be right underneath your hips. So go ahead and pull up through the belly button. So let's go ahead and pull up through that belly button so that you can see my belly. Good, and then just ever so slightly tuck your pelvis. Good. Let's go ahead and take one deep inhale, and on the exhale, pull that belly button in even deeper. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and lengthen let's do your right leg first. What I want you to do is put the toes of your right foot on the ground and just kind of stretch back into that heel. So we're gonna stretch that leg out first, just by rocking back and forth nice and gently. Beautiful. And then from here, we're just gonna go ahead and stop right in the middle, and we're gonna lengthen our left arm. So right leg, left arm, go ahead and hold it. Beautiful, lifting that leg if it feels comfortable. Awesome, and then we're gonna go ahead and have the meat in the middle. Now what I want you to think about here is really creating some space and sucking that belly button into your spine, and then exhaling and lengthen. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, pulling that belly button to the spine, and exhaling. Let's go ahead and do 5 more here. Working at your own pace, connecting that movement to your breath. Good, give me 3, and 2. Beautiful, let's go ahead and just hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, again, pull through that belly button, 5, 4. Awesome. Go ahead and drop that hand. We're going to keep that leg extended, and we're just going to drop down and bring it up for 10, 9, 8. Remember to breathe. Good. Checking in with your hands, making sure they're right underneath your shoulders. Here comes this again. Beautiful. Holding it up, we're going to flex that foot, and we're just going to bring it to our booty and then lengthen it out. Good, give me 10 of these. This is being so good. Good, 5 more. Beautiful, keep breathing, lengthening, and that belly button needs to be pulled in tight. Awesome. From here, we're gonna keep our foot at a 90-degree angle, and we're just gonna go ahead and bring it straight up for 10, 9, 8. Good. It's almost like you're stamping the top of the wall. 4, 3. Good, and from right here, we're gonna put our knees together, keeping that right leg just hovering over the mat. We're gonna bring that up, and I like to call this fire hydrant. So go ahead and bring it up for 10. Good. And again, checking in with that belly button, making sure you're breathing. Good, you should feel your booty, especially the one on the other side. Trying to stabilize us. Beautiful. Holding it out here for 10, 9, 8. Remember to breathe. A little shake is beautiful. And from here, we're just gonna do tiny little circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Good, and other direction. Good. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lengthen it one more time. Give it a little stretch. Awesome. And then you can just kind of tap your hips to each side. Loosening up through the hips. And we're going to go ahead and go on the other side now. So I'm on my left side. You may be on your right. Either way, let's give it a little stretch. Beautiful. And go ahead and point that toe. We're going to lift it up and down. 9. Good. Remembering to breathe is key. Making sure that your movements are coordinated with your breath. The breath can be so powerful. I actually have an ab routine that I do just with breath. Good. Give me 3, 2, 1. Flexing that foot. We're going to bring that heel into our booty. 10. Good. 8. Keep breathing. And give me 2 more. 2 and 1. Now we're gonna bring our knee to a 90-degree angle, and we're just gonna bring it up like we're stomping on the ceiling. Good, give me 5 more. 5. Check in with your belly button. Beautiful. Bringing our knees together. We're gonna bring it directly out to the side for 10, 9, 8. Good, and then we're gonna hold it out for 10, 9, 8. And then little circles for 10, 9. Good. Now this one's a little bit hard not to open up into. You wanna try to keep your hips as parallel to the mat as you possibly can. And then other direction. Beautiful. And then go ahead and stretch it out. And then tapping hips side to side for just a quick little stretch. We're gonna go ahead and come straight into mermaid here, or pretzel. I've heard it called both. Comment down below, let me know what you like more. Pretzel, mermaid. We'll call it pretzel today because I'm feeling a little hungry. So you're gonna bring that right leg parallel to your mat now. You're gonna have that left knee behind your hip. So you really have to kind of work to get it behind. It's gonna be hard to keep it there, so make sure that you're careful about keeping your knee behind your hip. You're gonna lean on your right hand, and it doesn't really matter what happens to your left hand here. You can rest it right on your shin. You can hold onto the mat, whatever works for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bring that knee, making sure that it's behind that hip, and we're just gonna bring it up and down for 10, 9, 8. Good. Making sure your breath is nice and even. 2, 1. Holding it up we're just gonna bring it back and forth for 10, 9. So pointing that toe, it's almost like you're trying to poke someone behind you. Good, trying to keep that upper body nice and stable. Beautiful. From here, we're just gonna lengthen out and then bend for 10, 9. Make sure you're not collapsing into that rib cage. Your foot and your legs should be parallel to the mat here. Nice and slow movements. And then bringing it down onto your forearm. Oh, it feels so good. So go ahead and bring it down onto your forearm. We're gonna lift that leg, but we're gonna make sure that our leg is turned down towards the mat. So you don't wanna open up here. You're gonna go ahead and keep it down to the mat. So go ahead and lift it. So you may not be able to lift very high here because your hips are stacked. Beautiful. 5, make sure you're not collapsing into your rib cage, which I can see I am. 2, 1, holding it up for 10, 9, 8. Beautiful. And letting go, giving it a little stretch. And let's go ahead and get it done on the other side. Almost done, we just have one more side. So again, now your left leg is parallel to the mat. Your left hand is just gently resting on the mat. And then your right leg is behind your hip. So your knee is behind your hip here. And we're just gonna lift here for 10. Now sometimes I feel a little more comfortable, more upright. Sometimes I need to lean into that hand a little bit more. Anything that works for you here. But you definitely should be feeling it. For 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and hold it here and we're just gonna bring it back and forward. 8. Good. Keep that breath. Keep your belly button pulled to your spine. From here, making sure that knee is right behind your hip. We're gonna lengthen and bend. Good, give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then dropping down. And we're gonna lift it again, making sure that your knee is pointed down towards the mat. So you want your hips to be stacked here. We're gonna lift it for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5. Good, let's go ahead and hold it for 10, 9, 8, a little higher. Ooh, I'm shaking. And dropping that leg down, giving it a little stretch, and then pushing your way up to a seated position. Go ahead and take 2 nice deep breaths. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me for my very first video. Subscribe, like, comment, let me know what body part you want next. I'd love to do one of these once a week and maybe concentrate on a different body part each week. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again.